Well, hello, hello, hello. Another Wednesday, another live. I want to thank
Paula,
Jesus that I'm alive.
Paula,
I feel like
how's your treatment this morning, darling?
fuck. It's been rough. I hate. I'm gonna say the symptoms. For the first, I don't know if you guys know this. I was in a relationship. I was married for 13 years. I was beaten. I had my skull cracked. I had my legs broken, my arms, and it didn't feel as rough. And I was never depressed. I was never depressed, but I
Hmm.
don't know why I'm depressed all the time now. I am so tired. Diarrhea. I have also vomiting, and when I'm not vomiting, it's nausea, like I'm losing a little bit of hair. But I think it's because I have lupus, so I'm immunocompromised.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
it feels like you're getting it all at once, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, what gets me through? Well, the doctors allow me to have city, and then I listen to Eminem. I listen to Eminem because I just love his rap. It makes me laugh. Or, I watched a lot of Dave Chappelle,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and but it sometimes yeah, but yeah, I have now 13 more treatments to go. I had 16.
Hmm.
So it's just, I don't know why I'm depressed. I sad all the time. I don't know why. And maybe that I miss going to the farm because I'm on this treatment. I can't really get sick. So I
Yeah,
stay home.
yeah.
And so being inside also doesn't help because, yeah. So I can't wait for this to be over, to tell you the truth. But I'm not bitching. I what I want to say, I am very lucky I can get to have this treatment.
Hmm. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand. But you've got a whole community behind you also
Yeah.
that sends you tons of positivity and love and light. Look at this Susu Forever's comment right above the one that you just highlighted. She says, "Ladies, what's going on? These people are hating from outside of the club, can't even get in." So that line, outside of the club, can't even get in, is from a Chris Brown song that I was just listening to.
Ooh.
And I just found it so funny that they had mentioned that because here I am like singing the song in my head now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Susu Forever.
No, but it's so funny. That I use humor a lot in Latin America.
Yeah.
I use humor. I mean, I'm sometimes sitting with the other ladies and a guy that's there. He's there for a different type of cancer, and we sit together. We're getting the therapy and stuff, and we're making jokes. We're making jokes, and it's like, and then they don't speak English, so I was like listening to Dave Chappelle and stuff, and then what are you listening? I said Dave Chappelle, and he goes, "Who's that?" It's like, but it's so funny. It's like, believe it or not, and I hate to sound, because I know that Fidelity Charitable funds hate groups, anti-gay groups, but not one of them. But I
Hmm.
mean, the special that Dave Chappelle has on trans, literally, I almost peed myself. It was so
It's
fun.
funny. It's funny. It's funny, but don't be so hard on yourself. Like what you're going through is hard on anyone. Like anyone would be going through it. And if you ever need to just chat or, rant, you know where to find me.
I know,
Just
I
shoot me
know.
a message. I love your voice messages you send me. You go, Molly, you just go off sometimes. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it.
You know what I wanted to talk about? Let me know if you don't want to. That's fine.
No,
But I
let's go.
wanted to talk a little bit about the backlash that the monarchy faced when the Oprah Winfrey interview and Harry. I don't even call it an interview. I think when you interview somebody, it's like you ask questions you want to know. I do believe that everything was prearranged.
Hmm.
That's just my opinion. Because and then
Of
you
course it
know,
was. Of course it was. That whole thing that Oprah was like, you didn't know the questions, the answers, or you didn't know what I'm going to be asking you. Like the minute she said that, I was like, you're so full of BS.
yeah,
It's almost like those people that are going to lie to you and be like, trust me, I'm not lying to you. And then they lie to your face. It's just like that.
yeah,
It's exactly
yeah.
like that. And I'm going, like, I don't think, like, when Harry and Meghan did the whole Oprah interview and Meghan basically called the royal family racist and made that false claim about the color of her baby's skin, it there was a lot of backlash to that. There was a lot of a lot of like Commonwealth nations, like the Caribbean nations that were looking to step out of being a part of the Commonwealth or to dump the Queen as their head of state, when they had Meghan Markle do that, it was like that pushed them off to do it. Like that basically sealed the deal for them, because
Yeah,
we saw later on a country like, I don't know if someone's going to get mad at me, Barbados, in 2021 they signed the documents to remove the Queen as their head of state.
yeah. I mean, I'm looking at something called Barbados today.
Mm-hmm.
This is March 2021. It served me to convince me more than ever. This is one thing. It served me to convince me more than ever that the Barbados government plan to adopt Republican status is the correct move. The
Mm-hmm.
notion that Barbados and its people should continue to swear allegiance to Her Majesty. This is the opinion after this. And I remember, I mean, Prince William had to defend himself and say we're not a racist people, because the entire world. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is another one. I mean, guys, there were countless of articles, and we would be naive to think that Meghan Markle, because even today, on 2024, there's people who are supporting Meghan Markle. You would think that with everything we have shown, you guys, hmm? This
Mm-hmm.
is in 2021 and 2020. This is 2020. I hope you understand that this is why Harry and Meghan Markle are dangerous, because they foster censorship and they foster things through lies. They want, what they want to they use lies to foster censorship. They use victimhood to foster censorship.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, okay. People in Barbados not surprised by Meghan's claims about royals as they see subtle racism, says historian. I mean, this was everywhere.
Yeah, it was.
This was everywhere, and we would be very naive to think that that's still not happening and that Harry and Meghan don't have supporters. We
I
would still be very naive to think
Well,
after.
we saw, sorry to cut you off, but we saw the way that Prince William was treated by Andrew Holness during their trip to Jamaica too. I mean, when they went over to Barbados, they were treated like the head of states in Barbados. They were kind to them. But then we always saw like reporters were trying to spin it like they were like, oh, remember there was Catherine in the yellow dress, and I think it was, she had just come off the plane. They had landed in Barbados, I think it was. And she was wearing the yellow dress, and the Sussex squad had caught a photograph of one of the heads of state like just looking at Catherine, but then they were portraying it as, oh, look at her giving Catherine the side eye because she is giving her a look like, what is she wearing? Like they were spinning it like that, right?
It's
And
terrible.
it was, we all witnessed it. And all I said is that Meghan Markle, with what she did, she tried to destroy the Queen's legacy by bringing up these racism claims, and it
True.
did
It was.
happen.
In
Remember?
2021, being associated to the monarchy was like almost Diddy. Because
Yeah.
after what happened, I mean, the entire, and not only Barbados or stuff like British newspapers, world newspapers, because here it was BLM movement time. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, and Meghan Markle was capitalizing on that race card. So you
Mhm.
couldn't comment or criticize her because, oh, you're commenting because you're racist.
Yeah, I remember all that. We couldn't
I
have
mean,
an
and
opinion.
it's still happening. I mean,
It
I
still
still get
happens
called
to this
racist.
day. It still happens to this day where if I'm calling out Meghan Markle on her bad behavior, I'm considered a bully.
Oh,
That's
no,
how it
yeah,
goes.
and I
But the
just posted
thing, look, what made me really upset is that I'm just gonna say it. Look, I've always had respect for Leilani, right? So her like suddenly seeing her get so heated about something out of context, I was like, okay, this is a bit strange. It's very bizarre. But the fact that she was literally painting me as a racist, she claimed in her video, her 15-minute video that she did about me this morning, because clearly I have a feeling that maybe Sue Smith was blowing up her phone to put out a video to say that it wasn't her who sent her the clip or something. But The fact that you were saying that I called Barbadians imbeciles or that I think that they're stupid, I never referred to that.
She
I
said,
never
I didn't
said
watch her video.
anything
I
like
just got
that.
the link
Yeah.
sent and stuff like that. And
And
I'm like, I
the
started
thing
watching
is
some and
that
I just don't have the time for that. I did a
what
video about it. I don't know if you
no,
watched
what
it,
annoys
guys.
me is that you made a video about me where you complained about me for 6.5 minutes, okay? And people come to me and they say, well, maybe you should reach out to her privately. Don't react, don't respond to her. Just reach out to her privately. Well, why didn't she afford the same to me? First of all, she claims she doesn't know who I am. But then this morning she says, I've gotten many clips about Megan's Mole before, and I've seen many clips from her before. And then for her to claim that I am a drama farmer, to
I am a
claim
farmer.
that
I
I'm
take
a
offense to that. I'm a farmer.
to claim that I am a drama farmer and say that I inserted myself into Sue Smith and Steph's drama. No, I didn't insert myself. I saw you getting bullied and I didn't like it. And I stood up for you. That's what I did. So to me, it seems like she's getting the story from one side and she doesn't know everything that's going on. But instead, she could have came back this morning and be like, I apologize. The clip that I got was out of context. But no, instead, you clearly people were sending her my photo because she says that she knows what I look like now. She compared me to a Kardashian, which I'm very offended by because number one, I think I look better than Kim. And
Oh
number
my God,
two,
you're
I'm a
very
lot
pretty.
smarter. Okay. I didn't need to put out a sex tape to get where I am today. Okay.
Yes.
And I just feel like you've spent all this time on me and for what? Because I mentioned the word Barbados? And just to clear it up, I've been to Barbados many times. I've been there
I've been
many
to
times. Like
Barbados 4 times.
I don't
But isn't
need,
it amazing how people presume or make assumptions that you're not well traveled?
yeah. Or that I'm a racist. Is she her game is straight out of the Meghan Markle handbook. You had no context. You didn't know what was being spoken about and you went in on me and now you expect me to just sit back and just take the hits. When Leilani uploaded that video, I was sitting at 81,788 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Now, as of right now, let me pull it up. I've got 81,470. So it's dropping. And not only is it dropping, let me tell you some of these messages that I'm getting. Let me tell you what some of these comments that I'm receiving. You deserved everything you got from Leilani. It looks like you had it coming to you. You deserve what you had said. Shame on you, Megan's Mole. Leilani is fun. What are you offended by? I'm disappointed in you. You are disgusting, Megan's Mole. You are a disgusting individual. And this is just going and going and going and going and going. And this is all the comments on my live from last night. Now I'm not factoring in her new 15-minute video that she made about me, fully like continuing on her disparagement, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm not even going to respond to it because it's ridiculous to me. You made yourself look stupid. You made yourself appear like you are being used as the pawn for someone else's game because you're believing someone else's bullshit instead of looking at the full context.
Yeah.
Whenever someone sends me a clip, I will look at the full context. I ask for the original so I know what is going on because I know people chop and screw things.
Yes. Yes.
She fell
This
for
is
the
what I said
bait.
today. I did
She
a video,
fainted.
guys, about this morning. I'm just going to say something. I'm very sad about all of this
I don't
because,
understand why people keep
yeah,
coming after me because I do lives with you. What is it? What is your problem that I hang out with Paula? What's the problem here? What's the issue?
because the
That's
one
what I
thing
want
I
to know.
did watch on her thing is like at the very end, she said, "Oh, we love you. You know, you know, we want you to be part of us." I mean, it reminds me very much when what they did to Tina because
Yeah.
Tina said no. You know, Tina said, "I don't want to be." They say, "Oh, why don't you leave Paula? Come with us." And like Tina's like, so
Yeah,
there's a lot of
Elsie's right
stuff that you
there.
guys don't
Molly, it's
understand.
because you won't go to their side.
Yeah. But I was so sad, guys, because to begin with, I did a video before I came in the live, guys, because I am so saddened by all of this. Like I thought after what Steph the Alter Nerd and Sue Smith going using their large platforms together, backed by Popcorn Planet or Palace, because everybody, when they think of Steph, they assume whether he wants to or not that he's associated to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's had Sue back in his chapel, which is fine. That's his right. But these two women never apologized, and their whole aim was to prevent us from actually asking questions that are valid,
Well, look at
legal.
exactly what Leilani's doing right now. She's doing the same exact thing that Sue and Steph did by telling me that I can't have an opinion or mention the word Barbados. She claimed that I'm being racist towards Barbadians, which I wasn't. She has the audacity. She says that she studied law, but you're making up stories and putting words into my mouth. Isn't that defamation?
Yeah.
And I don't like why? Because I'm friends with you, because I have a backbone, because I won't let people in my comments tell me or dictate to me which creators I can go and speak to or that I can hang out with. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't mind. Look, if Leilani had a problem with me, why didn't she reach out to me? But why should I sit back and allow her to disparage me, and I'm just supposed to sit here and be like, "Oh, that's okay. Let her talk shit about me. I'll take it. I'm not going to react." I mean, where is people's brains? Like,
It
how
is
does
it is
that make
unbelievable. It
sense?
is very sad. You know what it reminds me? People get, it's like when a bully, when I wonder if the shoe was in there, if it was being done to them, how we feel, because this is done in a very public platform, guys.
Yeah,
Understand that. This is a very public
it
platform.
is.
This isn't something like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend I don't know Megan Small. I'm gonna get a little clip and I'm gonna trash her for. And I still, even with the little clip, I still didn't understand her
Yeah.
outrage. I really didn't, guys. And I,
I look, I don't even, with her 15-minute clip that she has this morning, I still don't get it. Like, you made a mountain out of a molehill. You made a big deal out of nothing, really, because you were literally reaching. And and to me, it's just like, okay, you spent 6.5 minutes on me yesterday. Thanks. Now you spent another 15 minutes on me today. Awesome. But anyways, I'm done with this. Like, this is what she wants. This is what I feel like Meghan Markle wants, because if we are arguing between YouTubers, then we are not reporting
but I,
what Harry and Meghan are
we're
doing.
not
And to be
arguing.
honest,
We're not arguing,
mm,
guys. And I just want to say something, because a lot of people say, "Oh, don't answer." Listen, this is a very public platform, and people, you know how what they say? Well, she didn't say anything, so it must be true. So you have to speak out and say things that it is not
mhm,
correct, not to, it is horribly incorrect to be bullied or trashed for defending yourself from very bad accusations from somebody who's in the public domain with a much larger platform.
mhm.
That is to me bullying. That is to me unfair, because they're punching down using, and then they mock you. This morning, they mocked you even more. They didn't really apologize. It wasn't.
What apology? There was no apology. There was no apology. What are you talking about? There was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned my lesson to not go after YouTubers after that whole Duchess Drop Bear and Yankee Wally thing, and I got backlash because I was like, Duchess Drop Bear is not sending the money to Wally. And I think people remember a few months ago, Sue Smith uploaded a video saying people should be like apologizing to Molly because Mole was the first one who said Duchess Drop Bear was a scammer and nobody believed her, but they all jumped down her throat. I think people remember that. And now all of a sudden, oh, people like don't listen to Mole. Don't, like, she's a horrible individual. Leilani had the nerve to say that she was told in my videos are so bad that I cuss and curse throughout my entire video that you can't even get through watching one of my videos without it being curse word laden. Pull up a video. Pull up a video where I am just cursing through it like she claims or like she's been told, and clearly she hasn't checked to see if that is true, because I don't. Right? I mean, this whole I mean, I'm
I do swear
disappointed
once in
because
a while. I do swear once in a while.
I
I do.
curse once
I
in
get
a
so
while, but
angry. Yes.
it's not like the way that she was making it seem.
No,
Like she was
because she
making
wanted to, and this is why I was so sad, because she was trying to shame you for how you conduct your channel,
yeah.
which is basically what Steph and Alternator were trying to do to the Mexican community, that they're the police of the
Yeah.
Mexican community. I was really sad. Believe it. I don't know if it's the cancer, but I was really sad. I was like, I can't believe it, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why are we
And this
back
whole
here?
this whole thing makes me very sad. Yeah. This whole thing makes me sad. I was shocked because you know what? I've always given nothing but praise to Leilani's channel. And then for her to just come at me like that on a clipped and chopped and screwed text, like clearly she still hasn't watched the full thing. It's
For
it's
example, we have
it's
this Michaela Young. That's not what she said, Mol. You're gaslighting. That's
hmm?
I can't block her because she's in your channel, so I
What
can't.
is it?
There's a comment here. It's from a lady. She's coming through your channel. That's not what she said, Mol. You're gaslighting.
Let me see. I haven't seen. That check was real. Oh God, I see. Ah, no, it wasn't. But anyways, let it go. I just it's sad. It's sad that something that this is going on. It's sad that the whole I'm sorry, but when you like I'm supposed to believe that Sue Smith had nothing to do with this while you're continuously praising her to be like the paragon of truth and finding information and like she digs for information and yet you are knocking me down in the same breath, which is funny to me because Sue, like, just after that whole thing that happened, right? It's
Yeah.
like she hasn't stopped in the background. She hasn't stopped.
We're gonna get another live. But they're from Leonie, but I don't care. I just
Yeah.
had to say
She
what I
was
had
trying
to
to
say. To
gaslight
me,
us.
very sad. I gotta say, I was very sad. I never thought they'd make cancer look good.
God,
No,
don't.
I swear to God, I was sitting there because you know that I get these
Yeah.
things sent, right?
Yeah.
And they sent me a clip from Leilani. I'm like, no, no, no. I want to see what everything is. So I went into her channel because they sent me a clip, and even I wouldn't comment on that. And
Mhm.
the comment I made this morning, it was like, I am very sad because as a Mexican community, we can do better. We are fighting. You know that U.S. Weekly won't have me back, and U.S. Weekly is a huge thing. Not because I wasn't popular, because the interview they did with me is one of the highest viewed ones they had,
Yeah.
not because of that, but because Meghan Markle gave orders not to have us there, not to give us a mainstream media platform. So we are
Look who I
already going against a monster who has a large reach.
yeah.
And this doesn't help. But Molly, and I told you this a long ago. This started about 6 months ago, people trying to isolate my channel. Because before it wasn't like that. And apparently, because the live didn't work out, they're trying to do it again. And to me, and I'm going to say it here, guys, and then we're going to move on from this crap. I don't understand why she used a thumbnail of a video I did a couple of days ago in that video that she did about you yesterday.
But she
Because it's
doesn't
like,
watch other YouTubers.
but it's like forming a link.
Yeah.
Paula,
Yeah. She was making
Sue
it.
Smith,
Yeah.
Megan Small.
Yeah, she was doing it so that people see like, "Oh, that's Paula's video and Megan's mole hangs out with her." I see exactly what she was trying to do. I can
You
see,
know,
but Paul Dunham says something interesting here in the chat. He says, "Barbados became a republic in 2021. Megan's mole's comments were spot on about Meghan Markle trashing the late Queen's legacy, causing division in the Commonwealth." And that was the entire comment right there. That was the whole like I don't understand why this is going over her head completely. I think like she's a smart woman. Like I would think you would understand what I said, but I don't know. Let me get these. Can you get these super chats that
I
are
am. I mean, I'm doing that right
sorry.
now.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is Footsie
sorry,
Girl.
guys. You guys, I am so sorry that like I feel bad that the community is going through this. I feel bad that this is happening, this kind of discord because
It
at the
makes us look like idiots. It makes
yeah,
us look like idiots. I swear to
yeah.
God. And it doesn't unite. I'm so upset about this because I thought we were past this, guys. I really did think we were past this. I thought, after that live, but it seems like they're angry that the live backfire. So they're
Mhm.
trying a different approach. I don't know, and like I said in my video earlier, cancer has put a different perspective.
Yeah.
And this is why I didn't reply angrily, because I am so sad. I'm so tired too, but I am so sad about all of this because For some reason, they want to take anybody down who comes in my channel. It doesn't, Andrew POV, he
They
doesn't
just
even
want,
ask.
like you said earlier, they don't want us, they want you to be isolated. They want your channel to go away. That's what they're doing. And that's what they're hoping that they can try and take me down now because I associate with you and that I speak with you. At the end of the day, it should really show people like my character that I'm not the type of person that will let other people's nonsense and BS and lies sway my thoughts about what I think about someone.
I gotta tell you, I did cry. I cried yesterday when I watched that because it's like, I'm sorry if I get emotional, but I was so mad. I am so upset. I'm not mad. I'm just so upset. I
Yeah,
don't understand this.
I
I
don't
don't
understand
understand
it
this
either.
bullying. I don't understand this and the blatant lies. Because what I would understand if you're being called out on something, because it's offensive or something like that. But to lie about your character as a person and to attack you for no reason, I was really upset. And I'm sorry if I get like this, guys, but I do get upset about that now. It's like so much going on and we're trying to do our little thing in our little channels. I mean, you don't go after anybody, like in your out of the blue from another YouTuber who was bigger than you know and it's like,
Yeah.
why
It's
why
it's very high school. It's very, very like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even have this much drama in high school that I get on the YouTube streets. And at the end of the day, I've always said, if Sue Smith and Steph had done what they did to you to someone else, or if that situation was happening to another YouTuber, I would have stuck up for them. It doesn't matter if it's you or someone else. What happened was so wrong that day. And ever since that day, it has caused a ripple effect of just nonstop drama and bullshit. I don't speak about what's going on, but every single day since that nonsense, I get so much hate just because I stood up for you. I
I'm
get
so
so
sorry
much
about that,
hate.
Molly.
No, don't be sorry.
No,
I
I
because
do.
it
I
at
do. I
the
feel
no,
responsible for
at the
that.
end of the
I
day, it
really do. I
shows.
can't help it, because I don't find it fair. I don't think it's right. And
Yeah.
then I see this thing yesterday. Believe it or not, this is still part of that backlash that you're facing. And I find it so wrong when people criticize you for defending yourself.
Mhm.
And it's like, and then we see this person go back this morning, and instead of apologizing, she doubles down on her mocking and in her lies. It wasn't a misunderstanding because clearly she didn't. You would have think I'm going to pause. I'm going to go actually look at the footage. I'm going to say, everybody, you know what? I don't need to be from Barbados to criticize Barbados. What if I want to start a whole channel criticizing the government of Barbados? So what? I don't have to be from there to talk content about that. Then people should be
I
talking
just
about
the
Meghan Markle about things.
what I found funny is that number 1, why do you care about what I look like?
They want to dox you.
Well, clearly people have doxed me to her because she
No,
said
no,
that
you
she
know what I mean. They
yeah,
want to
yeah.
dox you. They want to shame you into
Of
doxing.
course. Of course they do. But I swear, the day that I decide when I do come out eventually, Meghan Markle will be crying because I am a lot better looking than her, and I will always be better looking than her. And I'm not just being an egotistical jerk. I'm just being honest.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, but let's talk about something because I'm
Yeah,
very,
let's
very
get off of
interested in
this.
this.
Let's get
Yes,
off of this.
let's go back. I want to thank all of you guys who given the super chats. You guys really rock.
No, can
Um,
I just say something before we go?
mhm.
I just wanted to really say thank you to this community because I think so far I know I'm just like an avatar right now, but I feel like I'm connected to a lot of individuals in this community based on like my character and how I've shown myself to be. Yes, I call Meghan Markle a two-bit raggedy trollop who is best known for getting banged up against filing cabinets in suits and sucking dick in 90210 and giving sloppy toppies. And I have my own special vocabulary and my descriptive words, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. I understand. Let's start to come out with your toes, Melissa.
I would. You have pretty toes. Yeah. And let's play whose toes are these? That'd be so much fun.
But I just wanted to say that I appreciate everyone, and I'm so grateful to all the subscribers who stick by. And like I hate bringing creator drama to the forefront like this,
I just
but
want to say something. I
sometimes
am a drama farmer because I am a farmer and I do like drama, but not the bad one, the good kind. I am a drama farmer. There's nothing wrong with being a farmer because I don't know if there
there is
was a
nothing
dig at
wrong with being a
farmers
farmer.
being
Farmers are
stupid. I am
very
not stupid. I am not stupid.
no, farmers are very, very smart people, and you are very hard workers too. Trust me. Trust
Yes,
me.
yes,
But I
guys.
just want to say I love you all. Like I really do love you. I feel I'm sorry about this drama. I'm sorry about my 30-minute rant that I went on my live last night, but I don't
Don't
like
apologize. You
people.
have to defend yourself.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that will allow someone to come at me, spin a false narrative about me, paint me as a racist, call me a Kardashian, and get away with it. I can't. Sorry, can't do it.
And a Kardashian. Let's talk about this. And we're gonna try and get NT next Wednesday, guys. Okay. And but I was gonna say, did you see that? And that that blind that NT said that Harry was at this surf competition without the surfer girl, but he was with another woman. I
I
was
did.
a little bit confusing that blind item. Do you have that blind item?
I don't have it on me, but I'm sure we can find it somewhere.
Let me see because I NT. I have it here.
He's been
Let me
coming
see
out with
because he's
some
here.
good shit lately.
Yes, hasn't
So
he?
spicy. So spicy.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna see because he has so many of those. The things that he has is he said that Harry the ginger hair one was at the surf competition, and but he wasn't there with
Hmm.
the surfer girl, but he was with another girl from this North Carolina thing. Do you know any about that?
Girl, it's Harry, right? So
Yes, of
anywhere
course.
Harry goes, girls are gonna like throw themselves at him because he is a prince. You'll always have like the low down gutter scallywags that are gonna go for him because, oh, he's a prince. Right?
Yeah, it's not has nothing to do with looks.
No,
It's
it's the
just the
fact that he's
title,
a
guys.
prince. That's all it is. It's the title. That's all it is. I
And
I was paying attention, sorry, I was paying more attention to the blind that Enty put out about the jewelry after the queen
oh,
died.
yes, yes, yes. What did he? Did you have it on your page? Let
Basically,
me
no,
share
I
our
don't have it in
page.
front of me. I don't have it in front of me. But the basic thing, it was along the lines of, hold on, it was recent. Something about the queen, when the queen passed away, that Meghan Markle tried to force Harry to make a bigger deal about her getting jewels and that she didn't, and yeah, along those
At one
lines.
point, I understood that she wanted Harry to get back the engagement ring.
She's such an idiot. She's such an idiot.
Not the one that Harry gave her, the one that he gifted William to give to Catherine.
Did you? Okay, you know that story has always been a story out of the mouth of Paul Burrell,
Sorry,
right?
Shaz. Thanks for this. Opinions are like assholes. We all have,
Yeah, and most of them stink too.
of course. So let's thanks for the blind item thing. No, thanks for the super chat,
Oh,
Irene
POV is
Brooks.
here. I
Oh,
love you, POV.
where
Andrew,
is he? Where
he's
are
in the chat.
you? Are you able to come on the live? Can I send you the? I'm gonna send you the link to the Snapchat so you can join us, honey. Because I don't know what you're doing nowadays. This man is so busy now with his life. Do you know that he gets up at 5 in the morning to do a live
No,
or 4
girl,
in
earlier
the morning?
than that. Earlier than that. He
Yeah, yeah,
told
yeah.
me that he literally wakes up on UK time to get the news out first. That's why when I wake up, I see like he's already put out videos 5, 6 hours earlier. And I'm like, this guy is just hitting things quick, quick, quick.
Yeah, no, but let me send you the link so you can join us. See if you can join us because you have to get back on WhatsApp. Get a new phone number and get back on WhatsApp. it sucks that you're not back on WhatsApp because I barely know how to manage it. So I don't know how to manage Snapchat. I get so upset with new technology, guys. You have no idea. Like I sent you the link, sweetie, to your
Did you?
Snapchat, so maybe you can join us.
We're
Yes,
gonna
yes, yes. Maybe you can join us
Christine
for a few
Christine
minutes.
calls him the Duke of Texas.
Well, well, you don't have to show us your bits, man. You can just,
I mean the sauna.
oh my God, talk about the
You,
life.
the
Life.
ladies will love that, right?
Oh yeah.
Andrew in the
Oh yeah.
sauna,
He's giving us
shirtless.
a mental picture.
No, his girlfriend might not like that. Don't do that. She
Oh,
might
sorry.
not like it, right?
Sorry. I
Sorry,
apologize.
respect to your girlfriend, Andrew. You know we love her.
Okay, I'm almost done. I sent you the link. I sent you the link. Join us. I know he's laughing. So no, but so she wanted. Apparently, she wanted Harry to ask for the ring back and apparently Harry asked for the ring back, and he
That's
was told no,
that's so
no
dumb.
backseat take keys, no, like it's
No,
insane.
but what I was saying though was that it was Paul Burrell who came out with that story, right? He was the one who claimed that, oh, the ring, Harry gave the ring to William and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe that. You are so
Like,
messed.
no, but the thing is that I am very always surprised about. I was looking the other day at this thing about Meghan and Princess Diana. And I was actually, I actually went back and I read something where Harry's saying that Meghan is so much like his mom.
Mhm.
And I'm like, dude, really?
Well,
I
I
have
think
never seen anybody try to turn Meghan into Diana so hard as Harry does.
yeah, Harry's an idiot. I think we all know that. Harry is a complete moron. Harry has no brain cells. I mean, Harry fell for the oldest trick in the Gold Digger's manual, which was Meghan claiming that she was pregnant when she wasn't. Okay. Harry couldn't see the con from a mile away when we could all see the red flags. Harry was so dumb that he believed Meghan was a Hollywood superstar when he literally said in the engagement interview that he never heard of her. He didn't know who she was.
I don't understand it. Molly, I have to tell you something. It's always, I don't understand why people are still willing to lie for this woman.
Mhm.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. And people who have higher education like that, what's the name of that pedo woman? Tessa,
Uh, who?
that pedo woman.
Tessa Dunlop.
What's her name?
Tessa Dunlop.
Tessa. Yeah, that woman. It has an education. I didn't say she had manners, but she has education. She's been to university.
Yeah.
She's a published author and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And this woman, and you know what really bothers me? That the defense that they use,
Mhm.
Molly, is that is hatred. Oh, you're being racist towards Megan. Oh, it's like they never defend Megan's actions. Oh, no, you're wrong about it because X, Y, and Z.
They
That
never mentioned that it was her actions and her behavior that has caused people to see that they don't like her. Meghan literally mocked the queen. She disrespected the queen. How many times have I shown the video of Meghan walking in front of the queen and cutting her off and just being rude to her? This is a raggedy trollop who has never made it on her own, who thinks that just because she married into the royal family that she is someone of importance now. She gets to go around to preach to everyone about how they should be living their lives. When in reality, she should get her own house in order. I'm not going to take advice or listen to a trollop with bruised knees and a backed up back throat from her sucking on too many bananas and someone who doesn't even hang out with her own family. Meghan Markle literally has no friends, no family, nobody around her. Now, why would I pretend like she is someone that I would model myself behind?
This is, I don't know if you've seen this, Molly. I did a video about this. These are written testimonies at change.org of people who've gone into Girls Inc. And there was a lawsuit that was settled last year. This, look at this one. Imagine being told you're in a safe space, a space that empowers girls and women, only to be silenced, shamed, and then targeted for speaking your truth. This has been my Girls Inc. experience. And this is due in large part to the COO and the CEO. I was constantly having my every move questioned and criticized behind my back by the COO. I witnessed Black staff and Black children being be treated differently than the other kids, staff constantly being pitted against each other. When staff questioned or challenged leadership in any way, they are called combative. Some were even fired. The cognitive dissonance of both the COO and the CEO is astonishing. They were given all the opportunities of receiving information through trainings. They would send all of the full time staff, but they were not attending them. No accountability for how they have been complicit in many of these acts of racism, a seemingly strong belief that they themselves don't have to grow and change and be better. In fact, they were resentful of the implication that they even need to change. All that matter is that it appeared that the organization had a growth mindset. They would start grasping at straws and created unnecessary drama to get rid of everyone that challenges them. That sounds very familiar. I'll repeat, they would start grasping at straws and creating unnecessary drama to get rid of everyone that challenges them. Because two Black staff were fired in a row, they wouldn't fire me, but instead bullied me until I finally quit. My child was targeted. I mean, and this one is actually particularly brutal. I started at Girls Inc. when I was 5 years old, all the way until I was 15 years old. The way the staff and children are treated is absolutely disgusting. As as a Girls Inc. girl, I literally would shake whenever the program director would come into the room. We would be screamed at, discriminated against, and constantly disrespected. When the parents were around, administrators were sweet and kind, and as soon as the parents left, they would constantly degrade us girls. I was in a number of Christmas plays directed by the program director prior to 2020, and there would be so many girls quitting and being scared of the program director because every rehearsal was a scream fest. I am now 19 with two children, one a girl. I would never send my daughter to the establishment. The trauma I have from my 10 years is disgusting. Do better. The staff that worked with us girls were constantly yelled at or degraded in front of us as well. Absolutely no respect for anyone from anyone. It was unbearable and I left when I was 15. I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
make of this, Molly?
It sounds like Archwell. Switch the name Girls Inc. to Archwell, and I bet you've got Meghan Markle and how she runs her company. Birds of a feather. That's exactly it. What those complaints were written about reminds me of what the people who worked for Ellen complained about. Reminds me of other bullies within that whole industry. I feel like these, first of all, Girls Inc. is talking about underprivileged children in Santa Barbara. How do you get underprivileged children in Santa Barbara? That's what I want.
I don't know. I don't
This
know.
is what I asked last time too. I said, okay, if you're an underprivileged child in Santa Barbara, does that mean you're living in a $10 million home as opposed to a $35 million home on the water? Is that what it means? Like, how do you get underprivileged in Santa Barbara in the same sentence? It's like an oxymoron. How?
Yeah, but still, let's say that they were under. This is these are the ladies at Worcester. This is not this is Girls Inc. at Worcester. This is another location, but
Yeah,
this is
that's
the
a different
umbrella
location.
of Girls Inc. National.
But still, if one arm gets it, if that's a complaint for their one chapter in Worcester or wherever it is, I would like the whole entire company gets tainted, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, and it was raised to the CEO because apparently it was known by everybody. This is why they settled the lawsuit.
Hmm.
Here we go. Stephen Magnus, as an ex-director for fundraising in Silicon Valley Community Foundation,
Yep.
gave her staff the safe word muskrat because she was doing essay tours. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Steven sent me that. One of the ex-directors had given a safe word so that they wouldn't know, so other people wouldn't know what they were saying and what it was referring to. It's crazy.
That's brutal, Molly.
Mm-hmm.
That's brutal. That's brutal. So, what do you think? Where do you think Harry is now? Because he's still AWOL, isn't he?
Girl, a part of me, I was talking about this on my live yesterday, and it's just very, very coincidental that the minute this whole Diddy shit hits the fan, Harry takes off out of America.
Yes, yes, yes. Is he still back or is he still in Africa? Do you know
Who
anything?
knows where he is?
Well,
Who
Meghan
knows
posted
where
an
he is?
article saying that Harry was back in Montecito with her.
That's what they claim. That's what they claim, but
Well, and then
until we see
well,
photos of them together.
yeah. Well, the thing is also that blind item that Enti put out that got me confused too.
Mm-hmm.
That he said that Harry was this past weekend at the surf competition without the surfer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Harry's probably just slanging DNA and trying to get out as much as he can. Who knows?
That is so terrible, Molly. But it's true. I mean, it is true. I mean, I don't get it. You know, it's like this guy really does not want to be with Meghan. Would you? Would you?
Would you?
No. I mean, I would be getting the hell out of there, Molly, if I were. I mean, can you imagine being with that woman?
Girl, he should have ran when he had the chance. Okay, he should have ran
Okay,
when he
I
had.
have a question for you, Molly. I have a question for you.
Okay, go.
With everything that Harry knows now about his lovely, lovely, skanky wife, do you think that if he's, let's say he has all the knowledge he has about Meghan Markle right now, do you think that he would marry her again?
Hell no. Hell no.
I
I
mean, what
bet
do you
you
guys
he's
think on the
probably
chat? What do you
thinking
guys
I
think on
should
the
have
chat?
taken everyone's advice. I should have listened to Prince Philip when he said you only screw an actress, you only go out with them, you don't marry them.
I mean, I don't think he will either. I mean, this man, I mean, and I don't think he misses his family. I don't think he misses the UK. I think he misses the privileges and being popular because Harry's another narcissist. That's just my opinion. I mean, what do you think?
Mm, what was that again? Say it again.
That Harry doesn't miss his family. He doesn't miss the UK. What he misses are the privileges and being popular.
Well, of
And
course.
now, yeah,
He basically wants William's life without putting the work ethic into it. That's what he wants. He wants what William and Catherine have. He wants that stability, but Harry got the wife he deserves. Let's be
that he
honest.
demanded. That he
Yeah,
demanded.
yeah. Harry got the wife he totally deserves. Harry and Meghan were made for each other. And I know a part of me, like, I always say, like, oh, I can't wait for their divorce because it's going to be the most entertaining shit ever. Like, we'll be
It will
eating
be. It will
popcorn
be.
for days. Yeah, it will be.
And we're
But
gonna
a
be
part
here
of
for
me,
knock on wood after, especially my cancer treatment. I will fucking be here. Just
but you
I
know
will. I
what?
will. I will last
Part
long
of
enough
me,
to do that.
Paula, I say, like, I hope these two stick together for
Yeah.
the rest of their miserable lives and they just make each other miserable.
I agree. I agree. I agree. But do you think that they're gonna be like the Windsors, like the Duke of Windsor, that he stay with her? Because I feel that Meghan is done with this fool.
Oh, she's done. She's done with him, but she thinks that she probably thinks she can get someone better, but she can't. I don't think she'll let him go until she lines up something better because she's always going to want that title. Like I said, she could take it the very, very dark way. And, Harry could have an accident and Meghan could forever become the widow Duchess of Sussex and then claim that the royal family have abandoned her after her husband has passed away. And now she has to raise two phantom children on her own.
Yeah, yeah. And I was gonna show you the picture, and well, I'll a little bit. One of the things that I don't agree with, and
Oh
and
god,
a
can
lot
you
of
take
people
this
are
photo
still.
down? This is scary. This
I
face
know
is
that
so scary to me.
I am
Ugh.
doing it on purpose. I'm doing it
Boo.
on.
That's a Halloween mask if you need one.
Okay, I'm going to show you this one right here, guys. I'm going to show you this because this is scary. I'm going to show you the look. Okay, I'm not saying that they have, but they do kind of. What do you think?
Casey Anderson and Meghan Markle.
Casey Anthony, look at her
Casey
eyes.
Anthony, sorry, what did I say? Anderson? Oh God,
Anderson,
idiot.
yes. Look at
Casey
her
Anthony.
eyes. Even the way she looks and everything.
Yeah. It's
Is
creepy.
that eyes? Is the way they are. They are so Marilyn Manson, are they?
Mm-hmm. It's, I was saying that it's very frightening to me, people that you can't see like the darks of their pupil, because I feel like sometimes it could mean like their souls are that dark. And Jesus, did I get like, when I make comments like this, I'm not referring it to like everyone, okay? Let me just say, because I got messages from people like, Mole, I have dark pupils. I hope you don't think I'm a psychopath. No, I don't think you're a psychopath, but some people have the look of psychopaths. And Casey Anthony, Meghan Markle, Jada Pinkett, Amber
Ooh,
Heard, those are all the looks of a psychopath.
Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, but what do you make of that? I mean, what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's scary, girl. I wouldn't want to be in their presence. Even just looking at that photo, I need to go burn some sage now.
No, but I was going to say something because these people, there's something seriously wrong with Meghan. I really do think there's something seriously wrong with this woman. I know that people say, "Oh no, I don't think she's mentally insane." I'm not saying that she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm not giving her, but there's something seriously wrong with this woman. The way she goes about the things that she says. I mean, I really do believe that if there are any children, those kids are in danger. That's just my opinion. I mean,
you know what, Paula, though? I was thinking, like, if Harry and Meghan had children in their care, if there were in some sort of trouble, you would think the royal family would have stepped in by now, or someone would have stepped in. But the fact that Harry and Meghan are never seen with their children, I mean, I was away from my little one for 2 days and I've missed him like crazy. These two are constantly away from their children, and you don't see, and even their comments that they make about them, like claiming Lily's hair is all the way down to her waist. She's a 3-year-old. Like, these are not people who have children around them.
yeah. Look at her here. Look at the eyes. They're very much like Casey Anthony.
What was that? What is that called? Sanpaku eyes or something?
What?
Hold on. Let me. There's a term for them. Sanpaku. Sanpaku eyes. Basically, it's a Japanese term meaning 3 whites, which is most often used in English to refer to folk brief according to which the visibility of their sclera above or under the eye. So it's basically where you can't see so much of their more white above their iris or something. But they say that it has to do with people being evil or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I saw the picture you have of her in with with not Marilyn Manson. With what's his name?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
I think you got to scroll upwards the other way.
Yeah, and that she's them. Oh, here we go, guys.
Ooh, that's scary.
Soulless. Bobo says soulless.
Yeah, no soul. No soul. Like, I get the creeps. Andres!
Andres! Hola!
Hola, mi amor! Hola!
How's it going?
How are you? We've missed you.
What's up?
We've missed you.
Oh yeah, I missed y'all as well. Yeah, last week was crazy, so that's why Friday wasn't available. But this Friday we're gonna go off.
Woo! It's gonna be so much fun.
We were told that your girlfriend came back into town, so maybe you were very busy that night.
Oh yeah, something like that. Something like that. Don't put me out like that, Molly.
That is just so funny. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I didn't blow up your spot. It was actually the subscribers who know your plans who blew up your spot.
That's true. That's true. Oh, yeah.
It's so funny, Andrew. We've been watching. No, I hate crimes. Why do I get that? It's POV that I'm going after. POV. Here we go. Because I'm looking at your page, and I mean, what is this thing you have with Meghan Markle pulls on same photo trick on Queen Camilla, and then I mean, your Twitter thing is on fire.
Yeah, we're doing really well. Got verified, so that's good. And everything's going well. Yeah, that's the. I don't know. I guess it's because you know how I've only been here since last January, right? So when I find out that old stuff, like we talked about this morning, it shows you where we are. The whole year of 2023, the way we saw her putting out a pap walk when William was seen, or putting out photos when Catherine was at Wimbledon, and now this story comes back about Camilla. Like, you would think this woman could find new tricks, but you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's true. Amen.
But do you think that this idiot, though, because I find that she's an idiot, do you think that this woman really, really thinks that she's very well loved? And do you guys think that she's still with the agency? Because I don't see Ari Emanuel talking very much about her.
I mean, I haven't seen anything about that. Actually, someone did ask me that. One of the subs did. Oh, is she still represented by WME? And I told them the truth. I haven't seen anyone been able to answer that question. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she's been represented by WME for a while. Because
if it was even real in the first place.
Yeah.
And
Because
did you guys?
like two of the biggest agencies in Hollywood, Sunshine Sachs and WME, couldn't do anything for Meghan. So what does that tell you?
Well, who is it that got her the Spotify and Netflix deal? Who got her that for?
I think the Netflix was when they were with Sunshine Sachs, right?
Yeah.
And then the Spotify they signed it all with Sunshine Sachs also.
Yeah, see, so that's what's interesting to me. Like, especially now, I don't like next year we're looking forward to the Netflix to be over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting when you look at it that now you're not going to have anything else. She's not going to get anything else. And if that wasn't more obvious now, because we saw that she asked the Suits co-stars, remember? She asked them, oh, the worst thing, I mean, the most leech thing you can say, oh, well, do you ever need help with anything when it comes to your new podcast? No, Meghan, no. Nobody wants you to help. You're an a-hole. Nobody cares.
But one thing is, like, I get the feeling, because remember that they started plotting to do this thing before when they were engaged, because it came out, Harry said that Sunshine Sachs signed Harry on when he got engaged to Meghan Markle, which doesn't make any sense, right? And remember that they were trying to get a deal going before they left the royal family.
Yeah.
Do you think that it was Netflix through Oprah who approached them? Because Oprah was already working on the deal. Remember that they admitted that they flew over there and all kinds of things?
I don't know. That's what I would really love to know. There are still a few things that we don't know. I know that NT had said something about amount of money, but there's no proven documentation of how much money they got from Netflix, how much money they got from Spotify. And I was talking about that on the live with my subs. I mean, let's just, for the sake of Meghan's argument, 20 million for 13 episodes. That's 1.8, 1.7 million per episode. Because like I said, there's no proof, documentation of what she was paid. And that's what I want. I want that so bad. I want to know exactly how much these people paid her, because if she really got 20 million, that was a straight up grifting scam. And
Yeah.
I mean that. And I want it on paper so bad. I wish we could find that out.
I've never been one to believe Harry and Meghan received $100 million Netflix deal. I never believed that. I never even believed that they received a $20 million Spotify deal. I think maybe they were offered $5 million. Maybe they were given like $2 or something of it up front. maybe something like that, and then the rest would be on the back end. But I never believed those numbers because they were always inflated. Harry and Meghan are liars. Why would I run with whatever that just came out of their camp?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that is. Also about the book that Harry sold, or Meghan being a bestseller. I mean, I have you guys read Meghan Markle's new CV?
New CV. She has a new one.
Updated.
Updated. I mean, if you read that CV, you think that this woman is so. She's a bestseller author, the ultra philanthropist. This is the most accomplished woman on earth.
And
Okay.
where's this at? I gotta roast this shit.
Well, it's on her Archwell thing. If you go to Meghan Markle and you see her thing, you see a list. I
Oh,
mean,
her
the
write
list
up. Yeah.
is impressive of,
Well, I mean,
of her
it
new
would be
CD.
it would be impressive if it was real.
No, but people who don't know anything
Yeah,
about this woman,
yeah,
and
exactly.
you pitch up to Archwell or Harry. Oh, Harry's the director of African parks, I mean, it is so bloody impressive. She's one of the best sellers of, and according to this, she's one of the top podcasters according on Spotify, because Spotify lied.
Hmm. I mean, that's why when it comes to something like that, I truly believe when those deals were made, Netflix and Spotify made those deals because of the possible connection to the royal family, not because they actually deserve them, not because, oh, well, we want to hear what Meghan Markle has to say. Nobody wants to hear what Meghan Markle has to say, for Christ's sake. Who wants to hear that? And then what's even worse is, like we heard, remember about the ideas that Harry had? Harry wanted to interview Putin. Like, what kind of stupid shit is that, you moron? And so that I feel like when now, like in now to the future, I don't think we're gonna see anything. I really don't. I think this woman has become a tabloid rag star. Basically, that's what she is. She's a star in the tabloids. And the only thing for me, truly, is I'm really ashamed of People Magazine. I think that this woman, and showing how People Magazine has truly become a mouthpiece for her, she's really brought their integrity to an all-time low, and it's sad.
Hmm. And what do you think of Meghan Markle? Where do you see her going? Because this woman, everything is terrible about this woman, really.
Uh, I mean, where do I see her going? Depending on how long you're talking about. Because if let's give it like 5 years, right? In 5 years, the older child is supposed to be 10, and the younger child is supposed to be 8. And I don't know how it's going to be possible that you're going to be able to hide two children that are that old. So that's number one. Number two is in 5 years it'll be 2029. So we can move back 3 years, 2027. What's going to happen by the time Harry has to go back to the UK for the Invictus Games, right? Because that's already proven. And even then, what's going to happen next year for Invictus Vancouver? Because people have claimed, which I personally don't believe it. So anyone that's saying that, I don't believe them. People have claimed that she's banned from Invictus Vancouver. Yeah, sure. So, okay, fine. We'll go with it. But I think it's going to be very, very difficult when you have Harry trying to make himself this statesman, philanthropist douchebag, and you really see that she's not doing anything. She's doing that young girls thing. That young girls thing happened 8 days before they actually put it out. And they only put out the Young Girls Inc. because Catherine was seen. So it was the same MO that Meghan Markle always does. So I either number one, she just continues and we all see it and the predictability continues, or she falls off a cliff and Harry really goes along with it where he doesn't need her by his side anymore. But Harry, I mean, I've told myself before, Harry is a dangerous person. Okay, this guy's seriously, I think he's trying to mess with the First Amendment. I think he's trying to get censorship. And we saw it with that little podcast he just did, right, with the author. And that's why I'm on Harry's ass.
This is what's on their website, Andrew. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is a feminist and champion of human rights and gender equity. Then Fidelity Charitable is donating to hate groups that are fighting against LGBTQ, anti-immigration, and all kinds of shit. Her lifelong Her lifelong advocacy for women and girls remains a constant thread in her humanitarian and business ventures. She has been named one of the most influential women in the world in rankings, including Time Magazine's most influential people, the Financial Times 25 most influential women, Variety Power of Women, and British Vogue 25. Her advocacy work on resilience, equality, and compassion through action has been recognized alongside that of her husband, Prince Harry, with the NAACP President's Award, as well as the Robert F. Kennedy Ripple Hope Award, which, by the way, was about the racism she didn't fight in the royal family. Born and raised in Southern California, Meghan attended Los Angeles based all girls Catholic school, which she continues to support as an alumni before moving to Chicago to attend Northwestern University. While there, she double majored in theater and international relations. Lies, you cannot major in international relations, but that's you can go watch my many videos about it. And went on to intern at the U.S. Embassy in Buenos Aires, Argentina, as well as to study abroad in Madrid. After graduation, Meghan turned her focus to the entertainment industry, porn. Um, After later securing a lead role in the hit series Suits,
Porn.
which she starred, for 7 seasons. Between filming, Meghan porn, yachted. Meghan traveled, yachted to Rwanda, India. Why don't you talk about Croatia? Why don't you talk about being on that yacht with what's the name of Epstein's girlfriend? Karina Julia. You know, such as UN's advocate women for women's political participation and leadership, a World Vision Global Ambassador, and a leading counselor to One Young World. Meghan also traveled to support yachts, the military community on a USO tour, visiting 6 military bases. And in 2018, Meghan married Prince Harry, becoming the Duchess of Sussex. She has written for a number of publications and created the lifestyle website, The Tig. She and Prince Harry founded the Archwell. I mean, you can read. I mean,
This
she's a
sounds
New
like a
York.
short story of a bunch of bullshit, man.
Yeah. She's a New York Times bestselling author, publishing the acclaimed children's book, The Bench. Molly, would you read The Bench to your child?
I wouldn't even use it as toilet paper. No.
There we go.
I wouldn't even use it to pick up my dog's turds with it. Let's be honest.
Poor
No,
monster.
trash. It's absolute trash. I wouldn't read that garbage to my child ever.
I mean, so why is this woman? Why is Harry's AWOL?
If he is.
He's moved out. The blind item about the vans moving outside of of the mansion. He rented a cottage. How long Molly? Do you think they're going to get divorced? And Andrew?
Probably not till next. I don't see anything happening this year. I don't see anything happening for the end of. We're in October, November, January. Yeah, I don't see anything happening this year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, personally, like you just read right from that website, the problem that I have is there's so many things propping up their marriage. So let's just say, for instance, if they did get divorced, that website would have to be either broken down or they'd have to split it up. So it's things like that where you think about the divorce narrative. If the divorce did happen, would we even know about it? Would it be a J-Lo and Ben? Would it be a Fergie and Andrew? Or would it be something where, I mean, a lot of people are already of this opinion that they are divorced in private, they're separated in private, but they just come together for these public things. See, so for me, I mean, I just feel like there's too much in order for that to happen. But I would love to see a J-Lo Ben type of deal. I don't know if y'all two have been noticing what J-Lo's doing. She's completely embarrassing herself out in the public. She just put out a photo.
Oh, that picture with her.
Yeah, that picture where she literally has her legs open in the damn photo and you can see everything. That's embarrassing. You're 53 years old, ma'am. Aren't you supposed to have grandchildren? Like, I really have to say, that would be the most entertaining outcome would be a divorce, just like J-Lo and Ben. I have to say that.
That is pretty brutal. It's
true, though.
Anyway,
it's true.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to do? Should we say something before we go?
No, I think we should leave it on Andrew's words. Andrew just summed it up nicely right there.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is I hope you guys join us on Friday for the live that we're going to do because it's going to be fun. I'm gonna
Oh
see.
yeah.
Yes, yes, and get your drinks ready. I'm gonna see if my doctor can allow me to have at least a glass of red wine. I heard that red wine is not that bad. I think that after I've been through 17 therapies. After I think I deserve a drink. I
Mhm.
think I do.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
So
both shouldn't hurt, but ask your doctor first.
no, no, no. And I want to say thank you to all of you guys for always supporting Molly, Andrew, and me. This is a community, after at the end of the day, we're all here to call out certain behaviors and certain people. So your support is always appreciated.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. And on
Andrew,
Friday we're gonna discuss that bullshit.
Mhm.
Andrew, Megan Small, and I, we do our best in the community to support each other. Not only Andrew Mole and me, but other people as well. So your support is very much appreciated, guys. And as usual, we'll see you on Friday for the live.
Oh yeah.
Um, and yeah, and thanks for watching our videos. And Molly, I
Yeah.
love you.
Love you too.
Andrew, I love you. And
Love
thank you
you.
for being here, guys.
Oh
Love
yeah.
you all. Thanks,
See
everyone.
you on
Bye.
Friday. Bye.
Toodles.